Like check. I'm gonna let y'all get in. It's been a minute. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling out there? It's gonna be a brief one. Been a minute since I did it through the stream, y'all. Shit, real quick. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Dog Man X. Y'all already know. Legend in the game, aka Earl Simmons. He passed away to the essence on this day. It's also a day I thought I got married to the love of my life, my best friend. So sometimes things ain't so cookie cut for us like that. Um, this just gonna be a brief live, just chopping it up. As you can tell, I'm over here rolling, scrolling it up, kind of get some things in perspective. Man, I pray y'all can hear me. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 3 1 4. Just want to share this whole fucking YouTube journey experience with y'all. Shit been crazy for me because I never would have even imagined putting together content or none of that. I do want the numbers. I ain't gonna sit here and say I don't want them one day, but in these stages, I'm just grateful to be on here. So over here chopping it up with y'all, having open dialogue and discussing real shit with y'all. What y'all do today, man? Y'all do anything fun? My schedule changed up, so I'll be working on the weekends and off throughout the week. Yeah, I'm off through the week now and be working on the weekend. Anybody else got a schedule like that? Salute everybody who has showed me the ropes on this content creating stuff too. People like Hustle Man X, people like Boss Lady T, awesome creators by the way. I was just satisfied and content with getting on here and being able to laugh and be entertained. And they really the ones who put the battery in my back to start hitting that live button. And we do a lot of good shit. We be in the metaverse with the Oculus glasses. You know, me and bro Hustle, we be bouncing off each other's lives, collabing on shit. Just keeping it regular and organic, politicking about current events and shit going on in our communities. We be having a little bit of everything from hood politics to debates to science to spirituality to being fully remembered to people remembering what they did last summer and acting like they don't. But the universal twins, they know what's good. And, that being truth and karma, they run neck and neck. And my little cousins, you feel me? So with that being said, I just sit back and do nothing. Because it's the universe is gonna sort everything out in front of you. All you gotta do is just sit back, make you a steak dinner, fry you up some potatoes or scallops or whatever you into, and just be chilling. Do nothing, you feel me? Not be a bum. I don't want people thinking when I say do nothing, I don't want y'all saying it like that, thinking like that. Nah. I mean, like, do nothing where live your life with no malice, no restraint, no resentment, no ill will towards your next fellow man, no scamming or shysting, no lying your way to the top, no sleeping your way to the top. When I say do nothing, that's basically living blameless. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know what the fuck that means, living blameless. Because we so used to being able to say, well, it's such and such fault I was like this, or it's this thing fault why I'm acting like this, or I needed money at the time, the reason why I had to go act out of desperation. Nah, we study the laws and teach us to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't living like that. We don't have to. Y'all let me know when y'all got y'all shit screwed up. Y'all need to catch up with me. I'm over here just I'm over here just doing nothing. Feel me? Shout out to Frequency Baked Artwork, Frequency Baked Jewelry, my boy Kiani, aka Hustle Man, put this lovely piece together. Terra Firm. The Terra Firm represents staying grounded and firm within truth. You know, it's nothing too spacey of a definition. And we standing on a solid foundation wherever we are, wherever we go in life. We go up together too. We ain't with all that seedy acting, conceited bullshit. We go up together as a unit, so we'll be able to break bread and have longevity. What y'all got into today? You know, a lot of my comrades got kids. How are the children? So most cultures would ask, how are the children? They the ones who really matter in all this shit. I name this shit coffee and tea because y'all need to put that motherfucker liquor down, drinking all that devil's piss every day. Drink you something that'll flush the system out, kill that phlegm and inflammation in your throat and in your intestines and in your lungs. Sip something warm every now and again. That's why I name my shit coffee and tea. And plus, coffee is a stimulant. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we be needing that little boost of energy. You sip you a nice cup of coffee. I drink my coffee straight up black. I want to feel all of the strength of the boldness of the caffeine. I love a lot of people they drink theirs like syrup. I can't stand that stuff. The stuff too sweet for me. That shit too sweet for me, man. Oh, shit was right here the whole time. Smoking so much, I get cotton mouth and shit. I be needing to have some chapstick, man. Fucking big ass lips be getting crusty as shit. I'm just kicking back, man. I'm in my bed, man. I ain't really have to do shit today. Now tomorrow I'm gonna be busy as shit. But today I'm just enjoying my rest. God, on the days you able to chill, you gotta let them just be your chill days. And the days you able to be out and about, make the most of those days. Anybody got any good reads they reading right now? Any good books? I'm trying to get back on my book shit. Reading books help you like And I think I mentioned this in a different live too. I should do a little book club on here and we just read like chapters out of the books and shit. Give little summaries and shit, interesting little stories and shit. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I'm still new to the YouTube space, trying to get comfortable with y'all, trying to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in this YouTube space. That's what it's all about. I had a little topic, but I ain't gonna dabble too crazy in it. I think I had a topic I already talked about too. Today is just a little freestyle. Just want to see who out there connect, politic, and chop it up with y'all. I usually just been putting together them little short videos as far as like the little controversial shit. I don't need to sit up on no hour, 2 hour live talking about nobody, man. Cool on that shit. Drop you a little 15-minute clip. Say, yo, you see that in the beginning? That's some slick shit. Maybe say some little fly shit in the middle, and then close it out with, yo, you see that? At the end, and I'm deuces. I'm on doing something else for the rest of the day and shit. I ain't fit to be spending an hour on here frustrated because niggas ain't hitting the like button, frustrated because niggas ain't sharing the live and all that shit. Dog, I'll probably put a little 15-minute clip, all the information in less than 3 minutes of talking. Fuck that shit. YouTube ain't slaving me. They don't want to fucking put people in the algorithm good enough to be doing all that extra work and shit. Got people out here losing their minds and shit. This is fucking YouTube shit. Like y'all getting $1,000 a week check or some shit off of this shit. I ain't hating on nobody that's able to do that shit, but that's not reality, man. Like you gotta be like down there putting just as much money into it if you're making that kind of bread. And you still might not get your return back. This shit is really just for entertainment purposes only, man. And if you're trying to market or sell some of your shit, but making a career out of this shit, man, you might as well just start a little film company or something and shoot little clips and just put together movies. Cause waiting on YouTube to pay you a check like that, you'll get more exposure on Tubi and get known on Tubi before this YouTube shit. I know a few people who shit's taking off compared to being on here in Tubi. My dude, Pop from Show Up Films. They on Tubi now. The whole Project Heat shit. Shout out to them. Shout out to Project Heat. Shout out to another one, my boy Salah Shalom. He got the Atlanta's Ugly. You know, all these dudes, they've been on YouTube for years, man. And YouTube ain't really showed them no love yet. But as soon as they get on Tubi, now everybody know who it is. Even the Zoe the Scammer chick with the Juicy series. Like I found out about that show through Tubi. YouTube don't be marketing like that, man. And not shitting on YouTube or nothing, but they market what they want, man. And if you don't fall into that criteria, you gotta do that shit on your own. For real. Plenty of talented people on YouTube. But because the algorithms ain't talking about that shit that week, you'll never know. There's people on here that actually make stuff. Like it's a channel on here, dude be making like fly ties for the fish and shit. Like people who go fishing, the little baits and shit, a little fly tie. It's another lady on here. She she makes like what's that shit? She makes like those little shrines that you can like if you went to meditating, she'll make you like your own little personalized shrine. There's people on here, man. And, like even TikTok too. TikTok is another platform. Like you got a little niche, they'll market that niche on TikTok fast. I don't know if YouTube just like the drama. Like you got to be in tune with drama. It seemed like on this platform because if you ain't into the drama and you don't catch that little controversial wave or whatever they talking about as far as drama, you'll never get put into algorithms. Like for real. I've been doing fun content, all kind of shit, but as soon as I put some drama out, I get views, I get watch hours, I get people interacting and leaving comments. But all the fun shit of the meta glasses I was showing y'all and hanging out in different worlds and interacting with different crowds of people, people wasn't commenting on that stuff. They don't want to see you networking and doing something positive. They want to see if you in beef with people or if you roasting them or if you defaming their character, some shit like that. It's entertaining. It's just meant to be for entertainment, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think people get it confused, thinking that this is supposed to be like such a loving and accepting space. It can be, but you just gotta run into the right people. 'Cause it's BS everywhere you lurk on this YouTube shit. From all ages too. It don't even matter. You could be like 50, 60, still on here keeping up with internet beef. It sucks you in, man. There's something about this shit that sucks you in to where you just feel like you gotta be involved with it. Like it like like you could have just been just trying to pass time. You scrolling through, all of a sudden you'll look up. It's an hour later because of all the addictive infinite scroll and like knowing the type of things that you hit the like button for. It designs your own little personal algorithm. So if you don't want shit to be popping up on your timeline, don't be hitting that like button like that because that shit it's gonna catch your timeline. It's gonna be showing you shit that you don't even really want to see like that. So that like button will make or break your channel on both sides, as far as the content creator and as far as just a viewer, because you telling YouTube, hey, I'm interested in this. So that's what the like button is important for. There's a lot of stuff I'm learning on here that I didn't know, like green screen. I knew about green screen, but the different ways that you can utilize it and like different like overlay options. I'm doing a lot of this stuff off my phone. I don't even have a laptop or a desktop or a PC, like nothing like that. I'm like pretty much editing up these videos for y'all through my phone. So, just like it's so much little intricate little ways to go about creating content where in the beginning you had to have a tripod, a camera, a computer, a flash drive everywhere you went. Now you just download an app and at the click of a button, you can either go viral overnight or have a video that people can look back years to come. So that's the thing, that's the part of the social media that fascinates me, the widespread of information and being able to network and being able to somewhat in some sense leave a legacy behind because when I'm dead and gone, my video will still be on YouTube. Y'all still be able to look at me and hear me as if I was still, circulating, living, So that's that's kind of chill. That's kind of deep. That it's like this thing captures your likeness, and so to speak. You know what I mean? To a sense, to a degree, it captures who you are, which could be good or bad. Because then at that point, Now you have to screen what you allow in this social media space. If you allow people in too much, they might can use that against you. If you don't allow enough room for people to know you, then they'll try to make up a narrative about you. But this thing is like a double-edged sword. This social media stuff, and they developing more and more apps as we speak. Different ways to watch this shit. Like you can, if you got if you got a strong internet connection, you can watch this shit in a remote island. You can watch this shit on a watch. People got the glasses now. This is a lot of shit that y'all already know, but like this shit ain't fascinating to y'all. How fast and rapid technology is advancing. Like everybody talked about the mark of the beast when we was in school, but what if that was just merely technology and how we think about shit? Like what if it wasn't no spooky, mysterious implant that you get in your brain or nothing like that? What if it was just how we thought and how we design things and how like we utilize technology? We all inflicted if that's the case, because we've all downloaded an app, we all got a phone, we've all used a phone. Like these phones are advanced technology that been around, but we're just now gaining access to it. Like all this shit been around. You better believe all this shit been around before. You can't be that naive to know or to think that this shit hasn't been around before. All this shit we see right now, this shit been around before, man. Even a good tree I'm smoking. This shit been around forever. And I say all that to say this. Like, even when we leave here, like there's gonna be somebody that thinks just like you. Even our thoughts aren't our own. Like none of this shit is new under the sun. People be thinking they created shit and taking ownership for shit, but I'm sorry to tell you, my brother or sister, you're not the only one that thinks deep. You're not the only one with ideas. The thing is that had the best chat GPT. If you got the best Esteban, chat GPT, Siri, or some shit like that, you gonna win every time. And especially if you know how to think to be able to maneuver and create those things on those different apps and shit like that, you're gonna be ahead of the curve because you're gonna be that dude that be like, well, everybody trying to go create a resume for a job. I didn't just ask Chat GBT to create me a job, and now I don't even gotta go do nothing. Just like the model that we follow, I don't have to do nothing because I'm able to use this and keep this, and now the whole existence just pretty much work for me. That's what I mean by doing nothing. That's what we mean when we say do nothing. Just think a little bit extra to avoid doing anything. That's not even doing nothing because you're gonna automatically think that's like less than doing nothing. When you upset, when you sad, when you mad, you don't what? You don't think. You just react. We've been trained to react. But what about in the middle of an argument? Considering it's not too heated, guns ain't drawn and shit like that. But what if in the middle of an argument you just shut down and did nothing? Not even walk away, not even nothing, just stood there and did nothing. No blame would be placed on you, and you will feel powerful because you will know you had control not over a person over your actions, but someone else's actions. Because now they looking at you like, damn, why they ain't do nothing? I'm over here cussing, yelling, screaming, kicking, damn near about to bite them. Then they're about to put their eye out and shit, and they ain't even do nothing. That kills somebody when you don't do nothing, yo. Just on that level. So imagine on a spiritual level, people that wrong you, people that try to manipulate you, steal your ideas, steal your spouse, steal your relatives, maybe even steal your parents or like steal how you praise or believe. Just imagine if you didn't even have to get no get back. You just did nothing. You let the universe deal with their ass. That's better than revenge, if you ask me. Because now at that point, not only does it not fall back on me, but I was able to remove myself away from that type of energy. Now I'm able to go over here and deal with something else that deserves my energy instead of thinking about, damn, I gotta get them back. They wronged me, or this thing didn't do me right, or it didn't serve me the way I thought it would, or just you on to the next one. And you just did. You don't do nothing. You just leave that be, basically. That's what I mean by do nothing. Your enemies ain't even your enemies at that. Your enemies is trying to figure out why you're not doing that. They losing sleep worrying about if you coming back. You ain't even did nothing. Oh, Mr. Officer, I ain't did nothing. What they talking about? I'm out of the country on vacation that week. Like, my kid had a graduation that week. What I do to them? I ain't talked to them in years. Did nothing. And that shit paid off. A zero, if you add those zeros up, they might start out, you might think it's nothing. But them zeros, man, you place a zero behind one number or something like that, it's gonna multiply that number, I guarantee it. So zeros are nothing and they're the most powerful entity and all in one breath. Just like little jewels like that in life, in existence, like it's not even that deep that you have to think. Like right now it's saying zero people watching, which is cool because like that's cool that zero people are watching for the mere fact that I didn't have to buy no views. I ain't have to beg people to come watch my shit. And so now when this shit gets replayed back and I see who really was coming through to check for me, those are the people I'm gonna lock in with. Because at the end of the day, a zero is a cipher, person, place, or thing. So a zero is an opportunity, not so much a nothing. See, they don't even know about little simple deep jewels about that shit, yo. Like that, I just flipped and tweaked and bounced that shit. That's just cause I'm just being regular. I'm just being me. I ain't read that shit. I ain't study no shit like that. Telling you, coffee and tea, man. I'm so chill and easy going. I'm a chill guy for real. If I'm not at work, if I'm not thinking about like scholarly shit and how to better myself as a person on a spiritual level, because the material shit is gonna come. As long as you just stay a good person and like don't be out here wronging people, your karma is gonna reward you instead of you thinking it's gonna do something bad to you. You get what you get. You putting out good shit, you gonna get it back. Sometimes things just happen where, but that's only just a reset for what's better to come. When you put good shit out, you get good shit. Sometimes you put good shit out, keep putting it out. Don't just do it just because you think you're gonna get something good out of it. Because what if something bad happens? Now you blaming, oh, I'm doing everything right and something bad happened. Now you thinking like, damn, I shouldn't do good no more. Nah, keep going, keep doing good. Accept it all, embrace it all. Because in the end, you can't take nothing with you. You can't take none of it with you. So enjoy it, appreciate it while you have it, but just know that that shit is not It's not the main factor. The goal, the main factor is that you achieve your goals, what you set your mind out to do. That's the main factor, not the money that you earn from it, not the possessions that you're able to buy with it, but the fact that you said I can do it and you did it. Now you got to tell yourself do nothing. When life started throwing you fucked up shit, instead of trying to go get that get back, try doing nothing. For real, try doing nothing. I said I was gonna smoke this L and get off. I might stick around a little longer. I know y'all probably a lot of y'all at work, so I'll give y'all a little time to still get on here and rock with me. You know what I'm saying? So, real eyes and even. Shout out to the real eyes and even. Shout out to people like Chip Low. Shout out to people like BKB. Shout out to Mel Mel. Shout out to Soraya. Shout out to Denitra. Shout out to Breezy with the Fro, Angie Baby. Shout out to the illest. You know, you already know, twin. Twin. Yo, I met so many cool people on here, man. Shout out to Tiny. Shout out to Special K, Winstone, um, people like G5. I came to his live before. People like Prize Fighter, me on VK channel, Red Glove Militant, Kapang, if I'm pronouncing it right, KPANG. Shout out to you. I love your videos too, the spiritual videos with the music. Yep, that's very soothing with the water playing in the back. You be reading the word. Sometimes you be reading the word. I love stuff like that. I like seeing positive stuff opposed to negative stuff. As cliche as that sounds, because a lot of people like seeing negative stuff because it's more entertaining, but not really. Not really. If your mindset is in a clear space, you don't want to hear all that rah rah and all that stuff all the time. You just want to have a clear, balanced space. And a lot of y'all videos do really help me get through my day for real. And who else? Who else be out there? Uh, it's a lot of y'all, man. And forgive me. Charge it to my mind and my heart, man. Cause it do be a lot. And I be studying from each one of y'all. Just trying to figure this YouTube stuff out. Hustle, of course. Big boss lady, of course. Y'all family, man. Y'all shouldn't feel no way if I forget to say y'all name, cause I'm chopping it up with y'all every day on some regular. But whoever I did miss, man, salute. Salute to people on and off this app too, because I am a real person at the end of the day. But like I said, the people that I chop it up with, yeah, I don't need no pat on the ass every time. It's for the people that I'm getting to know. I want them to get to know me. But the people that I'm already rocking with, y'all already know y'all good. And if you feel like you did something wrong to me, just speak to me like a man or woman. Don't get on the social media and do all that. Cause then that's gonna make you look like a goof, not me. And trust me, I'm only saying that because I've tried to be the so-called one to do that on here myself. You know what I'm saying? Try to air people out on here. That only making me look goofy. What I'm trying to air you out off here for when I might possibly see you again. And then what I'm trying to air you out on here for if I never would even meet you. Like it's just too much energy wasted, yo. And then people be on here solving cases. Like that's just y'all solving cases, but then y'all saying stop snitching. have to. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. But they ain't gonna have the guts to tell you that because they want you to think that it's good to do that. They don't want you to know the truth that it's a nightmare every day. You gotta be tough every day. That's a hard working job to have to be tough every day, every second. So y'all gotta really think about what reality, man. Stop watching these. We had 106 in Park back in the day. Y'all just got go live and all that shit. But I get it. It's the same shit, just a different commode. But man, I probably what blunt number y'all on? This still my first one. I smoke slow, man, because I don't be liking to do all that excessive coughing and shit. So I hit it, let that bitch go out, and I light it back, shit like that. But we already doing foul by putting smoke in our lungs. So while I be trying to hit it all hard, it's crazy. I be up there just I remember I used to make sure all my work was done in school and then I would skip school. A lot of these kids, they be failing school, trying to call themselves skipping. You need to be in school and you skipping school. Yeah, you definitely gotta be smart. I'm not advocating for skipping school, but at least be smart enough to where if you got to test out or retake a class, you smart enough to know what you're doing. Then on the flip side, a lot of this work is so textbook and boring. I see why a lot of these kids don't be interested in school. We had lit instructors though. We had instructors. We didn't have just teachers. We had people that was hands on with how they taught. They didn't just go according to a curriculum or a set way of teaching. Like, first of all, we had instructors who would dig deep into our psychology. So they would figure out our learning styles and how we learn best to be able to teach us so that we could learn. Nowadays they just put whoever in there because the teacher need a job. Everybody just need a job. And so I done seen teachers pass kids that wasn't smart enough. And then in life, you'll see as a result, like damn, you can't pay through everything, man. Can't fuck through everything. Can't scheme, can't scam through everything because eventually you gonna have to take a test and show and prove what you really know. And that's on all levels, even with music shit. Like you gotta be battle tested to say you're a cold MC. You can't just say, "Oh, he got a couple hot tracks and he had a nice delivery," and then, but he ain't no nice MC though. He couldn't battle or he couldn't be competitive with his shit. He had to rely on just party shit or commercialized music. So it's definitely a difference. That's like the video I did, like the one on training versus uh train versus learn or train versus learning. Train is just something you do for repetitive, not really putting too much thought or emotion into it. But learn is something you remember how that shit tastes, touch, smell. You remember the way to do it so you wouldn't fuck yourself up. Like you studied and observed and been like actually a part of it. I miss coming back on here because at the end of the day, it's just basically like I can look myself in the mirror and hold a whole conversation with myself and be cool with it and probably learn way more than talking to somebody that's knowledgeable or goofy. You learn a lot from just going within. You don't gotta necessarily be around no crowd or have no whole bunch of people around you. Oh yeah, this metaverse and shit is coming real soon. Merch, all that shit. Worlds, music. For now, y'all can it's links in the description or in the chat rather for the Discord link up if y'all be into the gaming. Link up with us on the Discord. My bro, he be into the VR racing, the American Truck Simulator, and all of that stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool, chill vibe stuff. Definitely give him a check out. That's Hustle Man X. As far as like the metaverse, you can hit us up on Meta Horizon. That's where you've seen a lot of content with me and Big Boss Lady. Big Boss Lady T in there, you know, running through the different worlds, going to water parks, going to different after set lounges, and like just shit we would do in real life. We just chill. We just survive no matter what the perspective or the dimension or the world is. Like we just vibe. We meet people. We learn from people. Only way you learn is mouth closed, eyes and ears and nose open. You can't learn if your mouth always giving off sound and pumping bullshit out. You gotta close that shit. That shit is like a damn garbage disposal if not used properly. You don't want to be spewing out garbage and shit. You're supposed to dispose of that. So what you intake supposed to pass through you and excavate itself properly out the proper way. It ain't supposed to be getting stuck within your spirit. Now you spewing out bullshit. Everything should have flow and balance. Like you are what you consume, basically. Because you sit up and consume a bunch of gossip and bullshit all day, and people having beef all day, and eventually you're gonna start spewing that out yourself. And sitting on here. Was gonna play some music, but I'm glad I didn't because I don't want no copyright. Just wanted to have a smooth live. I've been getting copyrights, y'all. But y'all getting copyrights? Certain music, they don't care about it. Like if it's old, they ain't gonna trip. But if it's something new that's out now, 60 seconds or less. And even that, even need me tripping about that now. So I'll just keep everything like 30 seconds or less now. I'm gonna use a clip or audio. You just gotta do everything in moderation. That's how I was learned. When you do things in moderation, you ain't stepping on no toes. You ain't becoming attached to nothing. Cause that's when you start to develop boundaries and knowing how far to take things to where you're not going to the point of no return. Sometimes you can go to the point of no return and be wondering, damn, I shouldn't have did that, or I feel bad, or you might not even feel that you were wrong, but something can happen where you be like, damn, I blame myself because had I not been too harsh with how you might deliver the truth harsh and then feel bad later because they might have taken that to heart or you attracted that energy. Now it's just a tight, tense environment for that person. Like the truth can shake some shit up, man. That's why they say the truth stands for itself. Once you put that truth out there, you just let that shit work. You ain't gotta do nothing else. That's why they say receipts. You can't go back and lie and say you ain't spend that because you got the receipt for it. I'm gonna stay on here. I'm gonna try to like 15 more minutes. Matter of fact, shit, your spirit saying get off. Man, it's been real, y'all. You know, my motto now is pretty much like we gotta separate the corny shit from We gotta separate the corny shit from what's concrete. That's just basically where everybody's at. Cause the longer we desensitize ourselves and be like, shit ain't what it is, they'll start deceiving you and making you think like you ain't thinking what you thought. So if it gets the rabbit hole definitely gets deep, man. When you hear something or see something, just call that shit out. It's not snitching when you're dealing in truth and letting karma allow itself to work. It's not snitching when you're trying to better yourself and you choose not to involve yourself. It's not snitching when you ain't even a part of no street code or no street life. And that's how you utilize to be and keep yourself safe. It's not snitching, man. Y'all gotta be better informed than telling our people that everything is snitching, man. It's not snitching. This shit is getting so baby, so fucking poisonous and just childish. It's affecting our kids, man. Kids is getting tampered with and harmed. And because they going by y'all bullshit ass not snitching policy, the most heinous shit is happening to innocent people, man. Stop telling people stop snitching. If they ain't got no reason to be living no street code or their or no street life, stop telling people not to snitch. Cause y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking. Have a blessed night.